Hey, what's up everybody? Dylan here from Iceberg TV. Today I'll be checking out the Project Grip line from Latitude 64. They had a couple new molds come out in this Project Grip plastic, the Brave, the Rive, and then we have the second run of the Project Grip Grace. So we have this yellow one here that we'll be checking out today, but then I also have one of the first run Project Grip Graces that we'll be checking out today as well. We'll be comparing it to some of the other runs of the same molds in different plastics. I honestly think this yellow one looks like to me that it might be a little bit more stable. But yeah, let's give everything a throw. We'll go through one mold at a time, and yeah, we'll see how everything is flying today. Let's start off with the slowest disc that we have today, which is the Brave. And I'll be comparing it to the swirly, like circle stamp Brave from the Royal Box run that they did. I think it was the end of last year. I actually really like this run as well. Brave, super neutral, nice flyer, something I actually really enjoy throwing. Let's throw the swirly one first, and then we'll throw the Project Grip. The Brave, it goes straight, it goes far. It does it with relatively low effort. It's been something I actually have really enjoyed throwing for a long time now. So this is the orange Project Grip Brave. This is 173 grams. I'm assuming most of these are going to be somewhat close to max weight. Wow, getting that nice neutral flip up. Okay, that was very nice. Maybe a tick more stable than the swirly run. The swirly run definitely has a bit of turn to it. Now let's check out the Graces. That's going to be the next step up in stability. We're going to throw the, I forget what this plastic is called, Royal Plastic Grace first, and then we'll throw the Project Grips. Getting a nice turn, basically flying like a faster Brave. But funny enough, not going quite as far, at least for me. Didn't quite get the turn you're looking for with the Grace. We'll throw the first run Grace here, and then we'll throw the second run Project Grip Grace. This one's really poppy-toppy, which I was always a huge fan of. So getting a little bit of turn in the mid-flight pretty easily. Hitting that wet grass and not really getting us the skip we're looking for, but let's give this one a little bit more height. The Grace is understable enough to, if I force it flat, it'll hold the turn for a while, but it's not really a mold that I've been able to get to like hyzer flip and turn unless it's a really, really beat up one. But let's try with a little bit more height here and see what happens. See, I didn't quite force the issue. So we're gonna get a bit more fade at the end. And honestly, to me, the Project Grips, they don't feel any different in my hand than any other plastic. Maybe I just don't have that tactile awareness that really makes me feel like I need that little bit of extra grip. But I don't have dry hands or trouble gripping the disc or anything, so, or super sweaty hands. I just have like normal hands. And to me, you can tell the plastic is like really grippy, but it's nothing like, at least to me, super game changing. But I think they look really nice. And what's important to me is how are they flying? And I'm actually really enjoying the fact that that Brave was a bit more stable than some of the other runs of Brave that I've been throwing. Now let's compare this to a lightweight Rive. By lightweight Rive, I think this one's like 168. This is again from the Royal Box. So we'll compare the super scary Royal Box one to the Project Grip Rive. And then, yeah, maybe we'll throw some forehands on the way back. But I do kind of want to throw some backhands back into this headwind. All right, lightweight Rive. Flying pretty similar to the Grace. I actually probably think I like that lightweight Rive better than the Graces. That actually flew really, really nice. It's a bit faster, a bit more stable. Throwing into a slight tailwind for all these shots. And now we've got Project Grip Rive. Yeah, pretty stable, flying how the Rive is supposed to fly. Let's go grab everything and we will throw them back. So the thing about the Project Grips is when they're brand new, you're gonna have a ton of grip. And when you feel that disc in the store, like you're gonna have a lot of grip on the disc. But once you beat it up and you've used it for a while, they start to kind of break in and feel like mostly any other disc, but in a slightly softer plastic, which I feel like really helps you if you live in a colder or drier climate. I could see these discs feeling really nice. But where it's hot and it's humid like it is here, it's whatever, 9. It's not even 9 in the morning yet and it's already almost 90 degrees. All the discs that we're testing today essentially feel the exact same to me in this moment right now. So do I think the Project Grip technology is more of a gimmick than anything? Yes. But do I also think that they're good, potentially slightly more stable variations of their other plastic counterparts? Also yes. Especially the Rive, the Brave. I remember throwing the Project Grip Pure, that was really stable. So for whatever reason, in my opinion, the Project Grips also mold up to be a little bit more stable than some of the other plastics, which can be attractive to a lot of people, especially pro players. So far, everything's flying pretty nicely. Let's try and throw everything in the same order. Had to sacrifice my shirt to dry everything off, so hopefully it still can get enough grip on these things. Swirly Brave. I gotta put the Brave back in the bag. I think it's so straight. Then we've got the orange, Project Grip. Tick more stable than that swirly run. Maybe not. Pretty much flying the same, actually. Just flying so straight, so easily. That's what I love about the Brave. It's like an out-of-the-box, straight shooter. You don't have to really worry about it being too flippy or too stable. They've got the Grace. Getting quite a bit more distance than the Brave on more of a hyzer line. We've got the Project Grip. This is the second run. It's definitely a little flatter than the first run, but definitely not flat. Nice and stable. Definitely more stable than the normal Royal plastic Grace. And we've got Pop Top first run, Project Grip. Force the issue a little bit. Absolutely drilling that fence. If you get a hold of the Grace and you get it up to speed to turn like that, you can get some huge distance out of it. It's actually a really great workhorse distance driver, backhand and forehand. And I've got the Rive, lightweight. Force the issue with the Rive too. Very nice. Not going nearly as far as easily as the Grace. Now we've got, would love to see a little more dome on these Project Grip Rives. I think if these were super domey and pop-toppy, players like Isaac, Kristen would be more likely to consider bagging them. But it feels really nice specifically on the forehand. I guess might as well forehand it at least once. Force the issue with a bit of flex. You can see how stable those are. Just going hard to the right. So I'd say the Project Grip that is the most different from some of the same molds and different plastics is going to be the Grace. And I say that because the Project Grip, you have that nice pop top, really nice dome on there that's going to help you get that glide and stability that you're looking for from a distance driver. And this Grace, no pop top. It's got a nice kind of little bit of shoulder, little bit of dome. But the Project Grips are like a true pop top. They feel great. I love the fact that it's nice and domey. And if you were going to get a Project Grip, I would recommend you check out the Grace or the Brave. Now, we did have them at discgolfdealsusa.com/icebergtv, but they did sell out in like 1 second. So people are really excited about these. And I'm curious, what do you guys think about these in the comments down below? I would recommend if you bag a Rive, unless you're throwing like 70, 75 miles an hour, I can't imagine you're gonna get a different flight out of the Project Grip than you do just the normal Royal stock run. But this Grace definitely has a lot more dome. And when it comes to my distance drivers, especially with the backhand, I prefer the run that has the most dome. Domey Wraiths, Domey Destroyers, Domey Nukes, Domey everything. It goes farther, it's more controllable, it's more stable, more forward push, stays in the air longer. And this Grace does stand out from that perspective. It's got quite a bit more dome than the typical stock run. So just give you guys one last glance here. Quite a bit more dome. You can see we've got a bit of a different shape going on with the Project Grip, but they are both Graces. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I think grip-wise, no huge, massive game changer going on, in my opinion, with these. But you can let me know your experience in the comments down below. It's super hot where I live here, and you stand outside for 2 seconds and you're soaking wet. So everything just feels wet all the time. And no matter what you do, everything's just wet all the time. So that's my experience with disc golf in Charlotte in the summer. It's just, it's like a different game. You're just playing, but everything's wet. So it's like playing disc golf on hard mode. So when everything's wet, these don't feel any different to me. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Stay humble with gratitude. I look forward to seeing you in the next one, and take care.